headed after Pittsburgh.
Sidebar, what the fuck is a hoagie? And why is that a real word in this city?
It's a hoagie.
It sounds like wet paper towel being wrung out. A sub. It's a fucking sub, bro.
A submarine?
Well, just a sub. Nobody says submarine. That's weird. It's just a sub.
It's fucking
It's a sandwich. It's a hoagie. Doesn't it sound like wet mildew towels?
No,
like,
it sounds like a
what
fucking
the fuck
hoagie.
is a hoagie? Like,
calling it a sub, like, I feel like a...
Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, Mind, Body, and Wine.
Welcome back.
How is everyone? We miss you guys. I feel like it's been forever.
Yeah, we did take a break.
It was Miss Girl's birthday, that's why her hair is all different and
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm red now. You know what they say about redheads? It's true. Like, I don't do shit.
Period.
It's just like...
What are we drinking today, friend?
Okay, so at the end of last episode, I said we were drinking cupcake, but I feel like we've been drinking a lot of white wine, and we said we liked white wine and rosé, so I had to switch it up. We got cupcake rosé this week.
Yeah, she was tired of barefoot, y'all, because they haven't sponsored it yet.
Yeah, like, come on now. So, we going to just heavy pour this up.
So we're going to start today off with a nail cam. So after we're done pouring, we're going to come up and show you guys our nails. Mine is actually, I think, like a week old or something like that.
Are we cheersing and then nail cam, or are we nail camming and then cheers?
Let's cheers and then nail cam.
I feel like the cheers, like, that stamps it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Everybody have their cups? Ready?
Cheers.
Ready? Cheers. That's actually kind of good.
Yeah, I don't remember it tasting like that.
No, it's actually like really
The
good.
first time I had it, I thought it was disgusting, but that's not bad.
Maybe it's because it's cold.
You did say cold tastes better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You want to go first? Or
yeah, I'll go first. I got Frenchies this time. Real basic, but it's a cute summer color, so.
I have orange.
Linique's nails actually glow in the dark.
Mine do glow in the dark. I think I posted a reel, but I will clip the reel so you guys can see it. All right. So today's topic is accountability. We already did our nail cam. So what is accountability for you? Like, how would you define accountability?
Okay. Well, let me look at the dictionary definition, and then I'll
we
see.
have to be technical.
I need to get an idea.
I told you guys, we need to hire somebody that's just gonna be like, have this stuff pulled up. Pause for dramatic effect.
Okay. The literal definition that comes up on Google is the fact or condition of being accountable.
How insightful.
I thought that was going to give me something. I don't know. I feel like,
I guess you have to look at the definition of accountable.
Yeah, that's dumb. Accountability to me is like owning up to your shit.
Yeah.
Like in all facets, like with yourself, with your friends, in your relationship, like being able to look back at a situation and be like, oh yeah, I was wilding, or yeah, that was messed up.
Sorry guys, we have fans because these lights are hot as a bitch.
They are hot. This one is like, it's like wrestling. I don't know what's going on. I think once it hits if you get hot, you just turn it off.
Yeah. Anyways, to the point.
Yeah.
I would probably define accountability as the same, like just having integrity and being honest.
Yeah, that's the word.
Like just holding yourself accountable.
Use the word. Define the word without using the word in the definition.
I was never
unlike Google.
I was never that smart. Like when the teachers used to say that, I would be like, imagine that I knew synonyms off the dome like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I think like we both said, it's just being able to reflect on a situation, conversation, whatever the situation is, and just be like, yeah, you know, I did wild out a little bit.
Just a tad.
Or maybe I do owe somebody an apology.
That's the hard one.
It's hard for you to apologize?
Not if I don't immediately think I'm wrong.
Oh, okay.
Like, if I know that I did something wrong, then, yeah, I can apologize, no problem. But if I don't immediately think that I'm wrong, apologizing is, like, pointless to me.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to suck at apologizing. Like,
mine sucked. Like,
I just wouldn't.
I'm sorry for you pissing me off, because that sounds like some shit you would say.
No, like, I don't know. You know how when you're a kid, your like parents are like, you need to apologize if you take somebody's toy or like, you know.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I
that
would be
just
like,
kind of made me
no.
feel like I'm bitching out though.
I would be like, no, I'm not apologizing.
Oh,
Or I would be like, sorry.
yeah, I had cousins that I loved a lot, so it was a lot of that going on. Apologize.
Yeah, but I think like over the years, it's become way easier for me to apologize.
For sure.
Because now I don't think about situations in the mind of like, oh, well, I didn't mean it, so you shouldn't have took it that way. I think about it in the mind of like, I apologize for making you feel that way. Or if I made you feel some type of way, I apologize. Because sometimes you don't even be sorry for the situation. You be sorry for the way that it affected that person.
You know what's so crazy? There are people who don't think that that's a real apology either. Like, really? Being like, I'm sorry that I made you feel some type of way.
But if I'm standing 10 toes on what the fuck I said,
that'd be the thing. Like, they want you to recant.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I have a hard time apologizing, because I don't always, if I meant what I said, I don't think that I should apologize then. Because I'm not really apologizing for what's being said. I'm apologizing for how I made you feel when I said it. And I want it to be sincere, but to some people, like, that's not sincere. Like, they want you to feel bad about the whole thing.
If I don't feel bad, then you getting a fake ass apology.
Literally.
So it's like, would you rather me apologize for making you feel some type of way? Because 9 times out of 10, it's not even what you said, it's how you said it to that person.
Yeah, the delivery.
So if I'm apologizing for saying something to make you feel some type of way, or my delivery was, you know, off or whatever, if I apologize for that, why can I not be, like, I sincerely apologize for making you feel some type of way. But I'm 100%, I said what I said. Like, you did look a mess in that dress. I'm sorry. You did. I apologize if I didn't tell you, or I told you you look like a whale. But I don't
apologize for how I said it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's just the wording. Like, you just kind of think, like, I apologize for the delivery, and not say, like, I apologize for making you feel some type of way. I don't know. I don't really be giving a fuck. I mean, I just feel, because you know how I am about shit. Like, if it's not even worth discussing, I'll be mad for a little bit and just let it go. It is what it is. But,
yeah. Apologizing is not difficult for me. I will apologize. Even if, no. I have to, no, because you said if you don't know you're wrong, or you don't feel like you did anything wrong, you don't initially apologize. I think just based off of somebody's reaction, I can apologize for the delivery.
I feel like the apologies you've given me felt really sincere. Maybe just because I'm me.
They do. I'm not going to apologize if I don't feel sorry. Like, I used to be forced to say sorry. So it became like I remember in high school, the guy that I was with, he used to be like, you always say sorry to me. You never seem to mean it. And I'm like, because I don't. Sorry. I'm sorry.
She's meaner than me. Everybody in the world that thinks that I'm mean, she's meaner than me.
You know, that was something that I got a lot over, like, actually at my cookout for my birthday. I mean,
yeah, please, because I missed it.
Okay.
My baby got hand, foot, mouth, so I missed all
her baby was deathly sick. We was about to have to blow up her daycare. But, for my birthday festivities this year, I had a cookout and then I did dinner on my actual birthday. So at the cookout, everyone in attendance wanted to take away a couple minutes to tell me how mean I am. And that was just like a conversation.
Like each person had a speech.
Not a speech, but like somebody was like, yeah, Miracle, you're mean as fuck. And everybody was like, yeah, Miracle, you're mean as fuck. And then, yeah, Miracle, she is mean. Everybody went around the table like, she's mean as fuck. And I was like, what? And then Talia was like, she's all standing up and shit like, Miracle's mean, but like, she's nice too.
Oh, like, Talia, she loves you? She's trying to stand
up. All y'all bitches, like, what the fuck is going on here? Well, this is not the Miracle mean train.
I'm gonna take my motherfucking seat on the train and say what the fuck I gotta say about it. I mean, me and Miracle are mean the same. So I don't ever think that she's extraordinarily mean. I don't think that she's the meanest person I've ever met. Because we're mean the same. We're mean the same to each other. We talk to each other crazy as fuck.
Yeah. But then somebody was like, she's not nice, but she's kind.
Yeah, I think I said that too. Yeah. You're not a nice
like
person,
you're mean as hell, but you're
kind.
Yeah. You're not a nice person.
Makes up for the meanness, because you would absolutely go your fullest extent for all of your friends. Yeah. You would be the person that's out in the meantime. Nice? But nice people are people pleasers in my brain. Like, you never say too much, you never take it too far. Like, if you sense that there's tension, you back off immediately. like, nice people aren't confrontational. They're just, like, they always have something great to say.
I used to be nice then.
I used to be nice, too, but I also used to be naive, which is why I was nice. Like, I thought everybody else had their best intentions with me, and then I realized very quickly that everybody was out for self, so now I'm out for who's out for me.
Period. That's something that I learned in the last week, too. There's a lot of people that were just on my shit list. I'm a different level of petty. Like, if you ain't tell me happy birthday, I'm never telling you happy birthday again. I don't give a fuck. It's the last one you ever had. I'm never telling you happy birthday again. Because how hard is it to, you watching the story anyway, you can slide up and say happy birthday. HBD.
I felt my whole story was Miracle for like 48 hours. I posted her. I posted all our businesses. I posted our podcast. Like,
me with her baby. Yes.
I posted her pictures that she took at her dinner.
Yeah. Literally.
Because I was not there.
There was a lot of people that I should have loved, but there was a lot of people that didn't. And it was like, oh.
It's always the people that you think would that just don't say
you
nothing.
Expect.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. Expectation is a bitch. Like, you be expecting people to come through and pull through for you, and they don't. Maybe people that don't. Like, I had a client, and I just want to humbug. Like, I was like, "What you doing this weekend? You come to my cookout?" She just moved here. She's not from here. She's from Delaware. Mm-hmm. So, not to say that she's a lame or anything. Like, she be having shit to do. I was like, just come. Like, you know, we have a mutual friend, so it wasn't like she was gonna be there like by herself. So she came. And she had a great time, and she came to my dinner. Like, she came to both. And she's a client, and, like, by the end of my dinner, she was like, we're friends now. Just embrace it. I was like, okay. I like you. I'll take it.
That was supposed to be special. That was supposed to be our special story, and now she has it with somebody else.
Okay, whatever.
Shout out to you, babe.
Her name is Aaliyah. Love you so much.
Do you think that accountability, like, both men and women view accountability the same?
Hell no.
How do you think that men view accountability? This is why Reese needs a fucking mic.
Men, okay, let me backtrack. He is not your typical man.
No, Reese is not. No. Reese has, like,
I don't think we can put him under the umbrella of men. Men.
Ever.
He's a man, yes, but he does not fall into the man category. I have conversations with him about my man. He'd be like, that's a very man thing to say.
Yeah.
He don't check that box.
No.
Or he's not
Reese has been to therapy, right? Reese has been to therapy. Reese has been to therapy. That's why he's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that men view the accountability like this.
So they just don't. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's overflown with audacity.
Is it
really isn't? Are you not a rosé person, you see? Why the fuck would he be behind me? Or he could bring a bottle of tequila with him.
No, we are not doing that. So we could be over here like,
hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mind, Body, and Tequila. Like, what the fuck?
Mind, Body, and Tequila. Mm-hmm. Absolutely not.
We'll play with that. Maybe on the last episode we'll drink something harder. Reese, are you committing to bring something harder? What are you talking about? The three of us sitting here in front and behind the camera.
It's mind, body, and wine.
Okay, but it's our
not
last episode
wine,
of the
body, and hard shit.
Oh, great. Mind, body, and hard shit.
Not circle back. No, the fuck we're not.
Okay.
There's 11 million wines in the liquor store. You want to skip all of the wine and go straight to tequila.
We have other seasons. Literally. No. Okay, I don't know how men, I don't even think that men hold each other accountable. I see it so many times in big groups of men and friendships. Like, somebody will be doing some wayward shit, and they'll just be like, that's how he is.
I think it depends on maturity.
Yeah, I do too.
Because I have seen some men, like, pull their bro to the side and be like, "You're wildin'. Chill out.
Too much, yeah.
Like, you're doing way too much." Or, like, imagine if the roles were reversed. If you found out your lady was out here acting like this. So I think that comes with a level of maturity, and I just would say overall respect. I think accountability and respect go hand in hand.
I do too.
So, like,
you have to have respect
for
yourself,
even some women. Like, some women don't hold themselves accountable.
Yeah, and some women friend groups, they don't either. Like, there are some...
Ray Charles for the bullshit.
Yeah. Like that Cali line where she was like, my friend was tricking your nigga, but I really ain't see the shit. Like, bitches really be tight-lipped like niggas do. I don't know nothing
I
about
think that stemmed from, like, how niggas be acting.
Yeah.
Because I feel like females used to keep each other accountable. But now it'd be like, well, if you doing it, you do it. Like, it's a fuck.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. Do you think that loyalty and accountability can kind of, like, counter each other? Like, they can be on two opposite sides of the fence? Because I also believe that men justify that behavior with, I'm being loyal to my bro. Like, his girl is not my friend. He's my friend. So if he's doing something wild, you know, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because that's my bro. I don't really know shorty like that.
I wouldn't say it's on the opposite end though. I would say that goes neck and neck. Who you hold accountable or who you hold yourself accountable to goes hand in hand with who you feel like you need to be loyal to.
Okay.
So in your situation, no, he's not holding his man's accountable because he's loyal to his man.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to snap a picture and send it to the bitch. But he's not going to pull her to the side like, hey, he was wild last weekend. He had 11 bitches on him in the club. Like, no man would do that. But, like, on some road, would you do that? Like, if I was out wilding and you saw my man, would you be like, yeah, she was wilding last weekend?
No.
Exactly. Because you're loyal to me, you're not loyal to him.
Yeah, I mean, I love Wade as platonically as possible, but, like, you're my friend. Yeah. So I'm going to hold you accountable behind closed doors, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to come up to you like, bro, you're taking it too far a little bit.
Yeah, you're
making some interesting choices.
Sure. Nah, but I don't know. I think that they all go together. Loyalty, respect, accountability, they're all like.
I like it. Good shit. Yeah. What would it be like if accountability was the standard? What would it be like? Like the world. Do you think that we would be better as, like, a community, as a generation, if we made accountability the standard? Like, everybody just be accountable for their own shit.
Better in what sense?
Let me see if I can figure out an example. So, like, if we're keeping it on the loyalty thing, right? Holding who you're holding accountable, depending on how loyal you are to whoever. If each man and woman was checking themselves, maintaining integrity, like, no, I'm not gonna do anything I'm not gonna have anything done to me that I wouldn't do to somebody else, type shit. Would you think that, like, the relationship standards would change? Like, just how people are, like, with the lying and the scheming and the moving crazy? Like,
I mean, I feel like those core values within every relationship depends on the person. Because you can hold yourself accountable in every facet except for your relationship. You've never met a man like that? That, like, will get up, go to work, be on time, pay all bills, do what he need to do for his like, you know, his family, his mom, and shit. But when it comes to his lady, he's dogging her the fuck out.
I've only seen that if he don't love her. Like, if that's not his bitch, you know what I'm saying?
But if there's men that do it, they go together. Like, live together.
I'm not saying nothing. Watch my face. You're his bitch for the moment.
Huh?
They're definitely that bitch for the moment. But, like, any man, like, I've seen, when a man is disorganized, he's disorganized everywhere. Mm-hmm. Like, my boyfriend is on time for work most of the time. Mm-hmm. I'm probably the reason why he's recently been a little iffy on that. But other than that, he's disorganized everywhere else. Like, you know, he washes a load at a time type shit. Like, he washes what he needs. He don't really eat like that. Like, everything is all over the place. And I bring him consistency and stability. Mm-hmm. When a man is organized as a standard, like, once he decides to make you a part of his life, I feel like he will build his schedule around you.
No, I'm not talking about including you in the organization. I'm saying everything could be organized.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen that? Like, is that something that you've experienced? Like, everything else in his life, he's got it. And then
I've seen it. I haven't experienced it personally.
Thank God, sissy, because you deserve so much better.
I haven't like experienced it myself, but I've seen people experience it, like people in my life, and everything could be going just right, but they're still finding a little slither of time to be wilding out. having a bitch
I
on the
just
side.
feel like you just don't love the person that you're with. Because there's no way that I could have everything. I could juggle all the plates and I'm just dropping you.
Is it dropping or is it divvying up the attention that you're supposed to get and giving it to somebody else?
Yeah, I feel like if you're cheating, you don't fuck with the person you're with anyway. So, I don't know.
I feel like if you're cheating, you need to leave that bitch alone.
Seriously, if you feel the need to divvy up whatever sliver of time that you dedicated out for yourself between me and another bitch, pick the other bitch. What the fuck are you wasting my time for?
Drop that mic.
No bueno.
Yeah.
Do bigger and better things.
Period.
Do you have anybody in your life right now that you wish would take accountability?
How much time we got?
Yeah. The list is long. It's giving laundry.
No, I do. And they're different type of relationships. So I had some friends that I wish would take some accountability for some things. Romantically, I wish the man that I deal with would take accountability for some things. I got some family members that I wish would take, so I think it's never just one type of relationship. But I think that lack of taking accountability comes from, like, not wanting to, like, own up to. Yeah. That goes back to the beginning definition. Like, why don't people hold themselves accountable?
Yeah. I actually was kind of having this conversation with my boyfriend the other day, and not to, like, put his business out, but him and his mom have, like, a iffy relationship, and he was telling me, like, everybody else in my life has given me an apology but her. Like, she just can't accept that she did not do her best with me. And his, like,
I feel very,
first younger sister.
very conflicted about that conversation.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Do you feel that way about Kelly, or do you just, or like your foster
I
parents?
think in any facet, when you're talking about motherhood, no one hands you a book and says, this is how you be a mom. And this is how you be the best mom that you can be. And so, as a child, it's easy to look at your childhood and be like, oh, you coulda, woulda, shoulda did X, Y, Z, but you don't know how it feels to be that adult in the situation, trying to make all of these decisions. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, my mom passed away when I was very young, and up until, like, college, I used to feel like she could have put the bottle down. Mm-hmm. And maybe she would have had a little bit more time. Or she could have, did what she needed to do, like listen to the doctors or whatever. But I don't know how it feels to be 30 years old with 4 kids and barely making ends meet and, struggling to do all of these things. So I cannot say, oh, you could or should have done this for me. Or my life would have looked better if you would have did this. Because you don't know what was going on. Mm-hmm. And so I really stopped feeling that way when I started getting really close with Kenyatta, and I would say my ex's mom, because I had a relationship with not only her, but I had a relationship with him, and I had a relationship with his sister. And so I got all 3 sides of the story. And I used to talk to her, and she used to say to me, like, because I don't know if, is your boyfriend an only child?
No, he's the oldest though.
Okay. So the oldest typically have that mentality. Like, my life was terrible. And then you have this other kid and they waltz in and you don't do as much as you did, but they don't really understand that parenthood is trial and error. Mm-hmm.
You're the practice kid when you're the first one.
The first one?
And I'm saying that as a practice kid. Like,
yeah.
My mom was amazing. Mm-hmm. And that was more so because she took her struggles, and she took her education and, she made the best of what she had. But everybody doesn't have that option. Like, my mom was a counselor before she was a mother. So she got to experience different kinds of situations with other kids and raising her nieces and nephews before she had me. So she had a little bit more experience. But I understand more where you're coming from with that situation, because as a mother now, I absolutely agree. Like, the way that I parent is because I had an example. If you don't ever have an example of how to parent that way, it's just...
It don't even have to be that way. Like, you don't know what works or doesn't work until it's done. Mm-hmm. And so, like, we used to be we would have conversations, and even, like, looking at it, like, her oldest will say, like, what about, like, this is crazy. I wasn't allowed to do shit like that. But it's like, yeah, I know you wasn't allowed to do shit like that, and I seen what it did to you, and now I'm not doing it with the next one. Mm-hmm. And so, as a child, where do you, like, give your parents grace? And 9 times out of 10, it doesn't happen until they start having kids.
Mm-hmm. So, really deep personal question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you can't get any closure, but if you could have, would you still have been able to forgive Kelly the way that you have? Like, would you still needed an apology, or could you have just swallowed it the way that you have now?
I feel like that's a twofold question. Because I don't necessarily feel like I've fully forgiven her.
Okay.
Because there are some things that I wish she just didn't do. But at the same time, I didn't really have a lot of time with her, so I don't really know everything. I only know what I can remember and what people have told me.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I don't really, like, I wasn't really, I was more so angry that she died. I went through that, there was a long period of time from, like, probably, like, when I realized she wasn't here anymore, so, like, 8 to, like, 15, I just was mad as hell. Like, why, how dare she? Even now, I was like, damn, does it really have to leave? That's crazy. Mm. But I never really was, like, angry at her. It was just more so, like, you hear about what that person endured. Like, my mom, she went through the ringer. She got kicked out of her house when she was 14. So, she was on her own, hopping house to house. She had her first kid when she was 16, second kid when she was 17. By 26, she had 4 kids.
And his mom has a similar story. So, like, when I talk to him about it, and, he tells me things like she had other people raising us, and we were all in the same house together.
We pause.
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
I forgot what I was saying.
I forgot what you were saying, too. It was something really deep. Reese is having a moment back there. You're turning red. What's happening? Yes.
Oh, her
about
life, yeah.
Yes, about her life.
It's
very similar to your mom's story. I don't really know about the alcoholism and stuff, but with the having kids young, and I don't really have this conversation with him face to face because I don't know what those wounds are like. I have a wonderful relationship with my mom, so I really tread lightly with people who don't. But I always feel that way, like you don't really know where your mom's head was at. And yeah, in your space, when you don't have kids, it's easy to be like, well, it doesn't really matter what she was going through. Like, your kids are never supposed to know it's raining. But everybody don't have a big enough umbrella for that. Everybody don't know how to keep their kids dry.
Imagine having 4 kids. Like, imagine having 4 kids. 4 kids. And you barely got enough money to feed yourself.
Literally.
Like, and so I hate the, like, mom shamers, like the people that be like, oh, well, if you didn't have the money, then why have all these kids?
I'm so sorry, guys. My baby's calling me. Give me 1 second.
Can we pause?
Oh, quick good night call.
Yeah. I was saying, I don't know, I just feel like it's so easy to, like, after the situation, like, I now can look back on my childhood and say that things could have went differently, but, like, realistically, there's nothing that I can do.
Yeah.
So, I would say I'm still not fully healed from things that happened in my childhood, like the trauma that I endured and stuff like that, but there's a level of acceptance that you just have. Like, I think that my mom did her best with what she was dealt, and especially because when our parents were coming up, mental health was not a thing.
Yeah, literally.
So how else do people fall into alcoholism other than, like, being depressed?
Neglecting, yeah. How you're feeling.
So, I mean, I think that there were people who had the opportunity to make decisions with my best interest in mind, and they didn't. And so it's like, that was fucked up, but there's nothing I can do about it now.
Nothing.
If you look at statistics for people that have been through the same things that I've been, I wasn't supposed to make it this far. So.
And we're so
hold on to that.
Proud of her. So
I've accomplished a lot for, somebody that.
Yeah. Just in general. Like, not even to bring up the story and the struggle, just like young adult to young adult. You really made it extremely far. And you should definitely give yourself a pat on the back.
Right. But I don't know. I feel like it's so easy as a child to be like, you coulda. I feel like you shoulda.
I mean, to take you out of the hot seat. Like, I felt that way about my dad for a really long time. Like, I was angry with him from like 12 to 17.
Yeah.
And I mean actively angry. Like, he would call and I didn't answer. He would text me multiple times. He would call my phone and I would hand my phone to my mom because I wasn't speaking to him.
Yeah.
He would drive to my mom's house to pick me up. I wouldn't come outside. Like, I'm talking like actively giving them a under the finger.
Yeah.
And once 17 came around, probably more towards 18, I just kind of realized that he was young. You know, he had me at 25 and he wasn't really ready to be a husband and a father, you know, and he did what he knew. So it just was what it was. And I just decided at that point that I would no longer be angry. Are we close? No, but I would definitely choose indifference over anger any day.
Yeah. I think that, like, being angry for so long,
it's tiring.
So tiring. Was that something that you had to, like, especially now being a grown woman and a mother, was that something that you had to, like,
when I was pregnant
navigate?
When I was pregnant with Mia, I had multiple conversations with him and my stepmom. We actually had a sit down, the three of us, before I gave birth, just because I needed closure. I needed him to take accountability for something.
Yeah.
Because for a very long time, he just wouldn't admit to anything.
Do you think if he didn't, like, take accountability for certain things, you wouldn't have, like, decided to be
taken longer? I got an apology, and, you know, a lot of people can't say that they did. So because he was man enough to apologize to me, I felt like I had to be woman enough to accept it.
Yeah. Sometimes, going back to, like, what we said in the beginning, people won't apologize because they're not sorry. And not sorry because you felt like you had a terrible childhood or y'all didn't have the best relationship that y'all could have had. Right. But not sorry because I did the best that I could with what I was dealt. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't have to hold it. I do, because it's gonna... Oh, maybe I don't.
But, like, at what point do you say as an adult, like, I don't need your apology anymore?
I think at 17 I tried to go that route, but he ended up apologizing to me anyway. I think that he was catching on to the indifference, and he didn't want me to be indifferent towards him forever.
Right.
He wanted me to have some kind of love and regard, so he was catching the distance and was like, no, you know, whatever it is that, you know, I did to hurt you, I apologize.
Yeah. So, to me, it's just like, because I don't have both parents, like, my mom passed away when I was younger and I don't know who my dad is, so, like, when I have conversations with people who have both parents, it's kind of just like, my mindset is always like, as frustrated as you may be, like, you could wake up tomorrow and your parent not be here anymore.
And my mom had that conversation with me, because I was very angry, like, very, very angry.
Yeah, like,
and yeah, and, you know, for a while she felt that way too, so we would just sit together and seance and be like, fuck that man. You know what I mean?
Fuck that man.
But, you know, once my mom started healing and she realized how strong-arming, I was strong-arming him. And she was just like, you know, I don't want you to do this because you think that I'm angry with him. Like, I'm doing the work, I'm healing. And I had to tell her, like, this really isn't about you. Like, I have qualms with him, personal stuff.
Yeah.
That I'm trying to work through or whatever.
Right.
So she was just like, you know, no matter how much of a piece of shit he may be, he is your father. You only get one of them.
Yeah.
So you just gotta love him while he's here. And, you know, my mom's parents passed as well, so she has a similar perspective to you. Like, even though it was what it was, you just gotta love him while he's here.
I agree. But I also try to, just like you said, you have a really good relationship with your mom, so you tread lightly with people who don't. I don't have my mom, so I tread lightly with people who don't have good relationships with theirs. Because, I have friends who, like, have turmoil in their relationship with their mothers, obviously. And I used to be the friend that'd be like, well, at least you could argue with her.
And that's valid, though.
And, yeah, but you don't want to hear that all the time. Like, if every time your dad pissed you off from the age of 8 to 17, and somebody said, at least you could argue, you could not like your dad, at least he's here, you would be like, shut the fuck up.
I would, but in a dark room late at night, like, it would hit me. Like, at least I can't argue with him. Because, you know, love you so much, and I'm watching you grieve your mom, and my dad just recently lost his mom 3 years ago, and my mom lost her mom a couple years ago as well. Like, just seeing how painful it is to just be without your parent, as angry as I am in the moment, as terrible as she may be, like, so even if you don't choose to love her in her face, you should love her from a distance. Just be respectful.
And I feel like that losing a parent is never anything that you stop grieving. Like, I feel like when you lose relatives that aren't your parents, you grieve for like a set point in time, and then after that it becomes like, all right, we need to celebrate, or like, you know. And I feel like because I have a lot of friends who have really good relationships with their mother, it's like sometimes I'll call you and you're like, oh no, I'm talking to my mom, I'll call you back. I'm like, damn, that shit sucks.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I feel that. I feel it for you, honestly.
Yeah. For the longest, when I was little, I had her number memorized, like, still. I don't remember it anymore. Her and my oldest brother's number. I used to still call his number. Because for a minute, his voicemail was still set up. Like, I think once you pass away, it takes a minute for the phone people to get it to, like...
My mom used to do that. She used to call my grandmother just to hear her voice.
Voicemail, yeah. But, yeah, sometimes it's just not beneficial to be that way. And I had to hear that from a friend. Like, one of my friends was like, I respect your grieving process and I understand, but, like, this ain't that. I do not need to hear, at least my mom is alive every single time me and her are fighting. Because it feels like invalidating the situation. It's like, I'm not trying to do that, but I need you to realize that you could wake up tomorrow and it won't love you.
Literally. And it's not even a joke. Like, it's not, and I don't want anybody watching this to feel like we are invalidating everybody's terrible experience with their parents, because, you know, some people are just bad at being parents. And
some parents deserve to not be talked to.
No, seriously. But for you and your own personal growth, you have to forgive them. You have to forgive them and give them the love and respect as the person that brought you in this world. And that's absolutely it. That is the bare minimum. Anything beyond that is a choice.
Don't mean forget. Don't mean none of that, but like borderline.
Yeah. Because one day they just can't be here. They won't be here. They won't. It's not a thing of it might happen. It will happen.
Yeah.
One day you'll wake up and they won't be here. So, you know,
that's why I always
live
tell
with
whatever questions you have, whatever like issues you've had in your life about your childhood, about things like the parents, like have them conversations now.
Please.
You still can. You can still have a conversation with the person, because once they're not here no more, it's like, dang, I could never even ask you why. Like, for one thing, my mom used to, so we was dirt poor. My mom she wasn't able to sign like year leases. She used to sign month to month. So we used to move like all the time. Like, and I feel like in that like time period, it was way easier to get an apartment. Like, you just went, put on an application, you had to have the rent, security deposit maybe, but they wasn't doing no credit checks or nothing like that.
Okay, do now.
Yeah, three times the rent. In fact, it was like, I got it right here, and I want to stay for the month. And we used to, like, literally, when my mom was alive, my brother will say, like, they lived in every neighborhood in the city. Because she used to be like, oh, we can't even afford this one, we're moving. But I don't remember the move. I do remember this one time we was super duper poor. Like, she didn't have no money to feed us. And she called Kraft and told them that there was like hair in our box of mac and cheese or whatever. And they sent us like a 3-month supply of mac and cheese. And we ate that for like 3 months straight.
Wow.
Like, Sissy was very smart.
Crafty.
She was very crafty.
No pun intended.
No, seriously, like, you could not give me enough to eat Kraft mac now. But like, she just was like, I gotta do what I gotta do.
That was so smart. I would have never thought to think.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
She called that hotline number and it was like, how can we rectify it? She's like, I don't think I'm ever going to shop here again. Like, giving them a hard time. Like, we not never buying this shit again.
Yeah, the white lady said you gotta go carrying
on
them
for
real.
Business. What can we do? I don't know.
Quality check. Me some
6 months. 6 months worth
And
of crabs.
we want the character ones, we want the regular ones,
Special
the triple
edition,
cheese jars,
yeah.
all of them.
All
Wrap
of
it
it.
up.
Literally.
Put a bow on it, bitch.
Seriously. Definitely. We ate crab for like 3 months straight. That shit was crazy. Who we eating for dinner? Crab. Crab and some chicken. Crab and some hamburger. We had crab and hot dog. Anything. Crab. I was like, damn, this is crazy. I just eat a pickle.
Literally. Put a little hot sauce on it. Let it be what it is. Speaking of pickles, Pickleberg just passed, and I fucking missed it.
Definitely missed it.
So we're just gonna have to.
Do you like pickles that much?
I actually really do. Like, I actually really want to, like...
Is that something that goes other places? No. Well, not, obviously it's not Picklesburg everywhere, but like, do other cities have pickle festivals?
It's like the whitest shit ever. I've been to many, many cities, and I've never in my life heard of no pickle nothing.
Really? Is that just a Pittsburgh thing? I want to know.
It's so many white people that they have festivals for specific white people shit here.
Wow. Pickles are white people shit?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
If they don't come in the little bag with the big pickle on it, it's not for black people in my mind.
They had some nigga shit at that festival though. Somebody told me they had a pickle grilled cheese with bacon and shit on it. She said it was fire. Fried pickles. That's what I wanted. Some fried pickles.
Fried pickles I would probably fuck with.
I'd fuck with them. They had like pickle tea.
Yeah, they had pickle soda.
Yeah.
Y'all call it
pickle
pop.
beer.
No bueno.
It was a whole bunch of pickle. Like everything you could think of for a pickle, they had that Picklesburg.
Sidebar, what the fuck is a hoagie? And why is that a real word in this city?
It's a hoagie.
It sounds like wet paper towel being wrung out. A sub. It's a fucking sub, bro.
A submarine?
Well, just a sub. Nobody says submarine. That's weird. It's just a sub.
It's fucking
It's a sandwich.
It's a hoagie.
Doesn't it sound like wet mildew towels?
No,
like,
it sounds like a fucking hoagie.
What the fuck is a hoagie? Like,
calling it a sub, like, I feel like I don't even call Subway sandwiches sub. It's just a sandwich at Subway.
It's a sandwich, period. Truly. But, like, because it's on a sub bun, like, the long cut to the sub. I can live with that. A fucking hoagie sounds like good old boy shit. Like big tractor trailers and sunburn. That's what it sounds like.
That is so specific. That's crazy. I feel like it's just a hoagie.
Not fucking with it.
That's wild.
And it's like really on the, like for people who's not from Pittsburgh, it's on the menu. Like steak hoagies, turkey hoagies. It's disgusting. It's the weirdest thing.
Well, okay, so we call chicken tenders chicken fingers.
That's an everywhere thing. Just tenders.
Nah, when I went to Giovanni's a couple weeks ago, I said chicken fingers, and this man was looking
for it on the menu. Why
he was looking for it on the menu. He was like, chicken fingers, and I was like, chicken fingers. And the girl walked up to the register and was like, what did you want? And I said, chicken fingers. She said, oh, chicken tenders. I said, same shit.
It's just because she's at her big old age that he looked confused as fuck. She's not.
It don't matter how old I am.
They're not
chicken fingers and fries.
Oh, right. She still eats dino nuggets, you guys.
Absolutely.
She's like stuff.
I stay strapped with them in the freezer. You never know when you need a good snack. And those are good. They taste different.
Do they taste different because they're shaped like dinosaurs?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I want you to, if ever you have time, get some regular nuggets in the freezer section and get some dino nuggets. I bet you any money they're going to taste different. Just like dino nuggets and chicken fries taste different.
Because they're seasoned different. That's not even the same thing. Mm-hmm. That's something totally different.
They all taste different.
Okay.
To me.
Whatever you say, babe. It's your world. I just live in it. What is the next talking point? We went so left. We started talking about a lot. Dead parents and shit. You guys, is everybody okay on the other side of the camera? Okay, having an accountability partner.
Wait, pause. I answered the last talking point, but you didn't.
Who I want to take accountability?
Yeah.
My baby father, I think, is lacking in the accountability department heavily.
Okay.
He lives in Delulu land.
What would accountability like from him look like?
kind of what it is now, but because he chose it, not because we made it happen. Like, I feel like me and my boyfriend have kind of put him in a position to respect it. He didn't just decide to.
Right.
So it just kind of feels...
The shorts are, like, scrunched up.
Gucci in your shorts?
Yeah, like,
Happens to me. It's happening to me, but I'm not going to get up and show the world, because I gotta win. It's bad. Sorry. Yeah, I feel like we kind of put him in that space. Like, he just kind of had to shut the fuck up, because I stopped talking to him. And my boyfriend had a couple conversations with him as well. Yeah. But I wish that me and him could have, in our many conversations of what respecting my relationship would look like, he kind of would have gotten in. Without, because I kind of feel like he got bitched. Yeah. Low-key. And that's not what I wanted. I wanted it to be an agreement between 3 adults.
He's not ready for that, though.
Exactly.
I don't think that has to do with accountability. I think that just has to do with maturity and respect.
You don't think it's an accountability because it was his decision, like the way that everything kind of
because he
played
can
out?
know that until he's blue in the face and still not. I mean, in my situation, we are in it because of me. I can like say that all day, but it still don't mean shit. I still don't want things to be how they are, even though it was my doing.
But I feel like you've taken accountability. You've said to him, this is my doing, and I apologize. You've said that out loud.
But if he said that, like, would you feel different?
I don't think it's really about my feelings. It would just be like actionable items. Like you saying that and then not saying side shit. Okay. Would be taking accountability and like standing on what you say. Right. But he'll say, this is not how I wanted it to be. I was coming back, and then we'll talk. And he used to be like, well, that's why your boyfriend's cheating on you. How do you know that? Really? Did you see it? Whoa.
That's a wild accusation.
And I'm not making this shit up. Like, he's legit said this stuff to me. Like,
wow, that's crazy.
He ain't even fucking with you like that. Oh, is he not?
You got proof of that? I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a wild thought.
Isn't it?
Hey, Hizzy. What was the next one? Accountability partner?
Yeah. I feel like we used to be accountability partners. We don't talk as much in the morning like we used to.
Yeah, because you be fucking laid up.
Yeah, we were.
This bitch don't wake up until noon.
Nah, for real, we haven't been wrapped up, y'all.
She goes drop her baby off, and then we sleep until we leave.
No, not sleep till you leave. I be sleep till like 11. But she be working at that time, so I try to call her back, and she's like, I'm nailing. I'm calling you back in a second.
I took off a week for my birthday. That bitch ain't called me before 12 o'clock at all, ever. The whole time. I was just sitting there chilling. I ain't doing nothing.
I'm gonna get back on her.
I even called her this morning. It was a reasonable hour. It was a reasonable hour, but she had, hello? Yeah. Like, oh shit, you sleep? Bitch, what is going on? It's 9 o'clock. Get the fuck up.
I was wrapped up.
It's because you be up all night doing it.
Girl, I wish. Next question. We're not even going to do that. Next question, yo.
It's so crazy because we both don't sleep. The other night, we was definitely sending messages.
No,
it was like 2 o'clock.
No, but you posted on your story, like, you were up to like 2:16. I swear to God, I was up. And I was going to call you back.
Left. I was up until after that.
Yeah, he left at like 11:30, 12 o'clock, and I was going to call you back because you had called me at like 11:30. And I was like, fuck, she probably sleep. And then I woke up the next day and you posted up a story at 2:16. I'm like, damn, I can hold her back.
Yeah, you could have. I was definitely up. I was actually finishing editing. That's why I was up so late. Damn. And then I was trying to export it onto the hard drive, and that shit takes forever.
I went to sleep on it. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you.
I be trying not to because then the computer will lock. And I don't know if it's still exporting.
It definitely does.
Oh, it does?
Because I went to sleep.
Okay.
I woke up like every 15 minutes, like. I promise you.
Yeah, but nah, I feel like these last couple weeks my sleep schedule has just been so.
He fucked up my sleep schedule. He came into my house and started walking in the door at 11:30.
You don't get off till 11 o'clock though.
Yeah, but he's always been a night owl. He told me that he'd just be up, and he do just be up. He got home at like 2:30 last night. He was in the studio with his friends, and he was on his phone, and I was absolutely asleep. Quit fucking playing with me.
Not back at the studio.
Yeah, girl. Look out for the music, you guys. It's actually not bad. No, for real. It's really not bad. You're laughing too hard. Don't get me in trouble. Seriously. Not for real, y'all. Y'all know how y'all be plugging y'all boyfriend songs? And it be sound like that shit off Minecraft? My nigga don't sound like that, I swear to God. It's like really good.
Minecraft is crazy. That's a crazy thought. Minecraft?
Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about too. Like the meme sounding songs. Like it sounds like some shit you would find on World Star. Like, why the fuck would you? This is not real music. You're not really trying to promote that in real life.
They do be.
No,
yeah, y'all. Tune into my man.
Girl. And his shit sound like ABC 1, 2, 3, red fish, blue fish, one fish, two fish.
My man thought he was about to. He actually, it's so funny because he got like little notes on his phone. He be like freestyling and rapping over beats and shit like that. And he'll show it to me or he'll play it for me and I'll be like, yeah, please don't quit your full time job.
It's bad.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's terrible, but like
it's just
looking at him and then hearing the words,
it's not
don't match up. So
what do you be talking about? What do you be rapping about?
The same shit that everybody be rapping about. Fucking bitches, getting money.
That's why you get fucked up right there. Has 3. He has done like 4 songs.
OMG, guys, that was the first name drop.
Yeah.
You be name dropping my nigga all the time.
I had to give you one. I had to give you one. I had to give you one. You deserve like 4. I name drop your nigga all the time.
We still gonna bleep that shit out.
Yeah, we are. He's got like 4 songs, and it's like 3 lines about bitches. And I was like, you know what? When I film that, you know what episode, I get 3 fuck ups.
Okay.
And you just gotta sit and take it, nigga. Whatever comes out of my mouth, I get 3 of them. Mm-hmm. I get 3 strikes.
He just be saying shit. We went to the casino the other day. We walked out of there with $380. Why does motherfucker go to the counter and have them give it to him all once?
Who strip club you want to, dog?
No strip club.
You throwing money? What's going on? Why would you get it in once? You just wanted a big glob?
Bozo.
You could have got that in 20s, nigga.
I'm like, you want to go to the strip club? Never.
My boyfriend said he wouldn't go. Really? He was like, I don't see the point in throwing money at bitches. My hard-earned money at bitches I'm not fucking, I don't understand it.
It's fun.
That's what I said. I'm not gonna ass and titties, and if I gotta pay for it, then
strip club experience, I was so amazed. I couldn't even throw the money that I got.
Bro,
I was just like watching,
and I was like straight. So imagine what I'm gonna be in there doing. You know,
I could not like. I went and got like the change and everything, and I just could not like. I was sitting there holding it, and I was like, oh my gosh, wow,
bad bitches everywhere.
My first strip club experience was in Atlanta, though.
That's why I'm trying to. You know, I want to go to Vegas. You think they're good enough in Vegas?
Hell yeah. I don't think they're as good as Atlanta or Houston or Miami. I'm telling you, we went to Magic City in Atlanta, and they got fucking monkey bars in that bitch.
Yeah, monkey bars.
Like bitches is swinging from the ceilings.
Are you serious?
And I will always tell the story. This bitch had on fucking this like piece, and it was like a thong, so it like came up and it came down and it strapped. So it like came down all the way up. It was a thong, and strap right here was like attached by a belt. And she was like on the pole, you know, she looked real cute. It covered her nipples and her coochie, and she just popped that shit off and fell to the floor. She's butt ass naked on the stage. I'm like,
oh shit!
I need one. Where do I get that?
Send the link, bitch. That on Amazon.
Where do they sell them at?
Your storefront. What's the link?
It's so crazy because me and Tanya was like, bitch. I was like, I'm getting one of them tomorrow. Like, you know, they got them stripper stores down there. Because a lot of people be. So she put her sister, said, where'd you get that outfit from? Oh, girl, I went to the street. Down the street. Tanya, we went to that store. That shit was $90. I can make that in my fucking kitchen. It was literally like spandex fabric. Covered her nipples, went all the way down up into her ass crack. Fucking belt. She said, doo-doo. Fell off. Mind blown.
All my money immediately yours, bitch. You got
Pittsburgh strippers ain't hitting it.
Are they white?
Mm-mm.
They're not.
I mean, there's a couple white ones, but I feel like the majority of strippers are black, aren't they? Yeah. There's white clubs. Like, the strip club down here is white.
Like the gentleman's club?
Mm-hmm. But if you go to the hood, the strippers is black. They're built weird, though. They're built weird.
Oh.
I don't really want to be throwing money at the bitch I went to high school with. It's kind of weird.
You know, I was talking to my boyfriend about that. It's not a lot of big booty bitches out in Pittsburgh. Y'all gotta fix that. Y'all gotta do something about that.
Bitches is getting BBLs now. There should be a couple.
No, but I want real booties. I want homegrown cellulite butts with big thighs attached to them. Okay. I want to see it jiggle when you walk. Bitches got like SpongeBob booties and leggings. I'm not fucking with it.
Okay. I'm gonna take that right to the people and let them know. Okay. I got you.
No, seriously, go to the gym or something. Fix that up. I'm do something about that. I'm not.
You are not building no cellulite booty in the gym.
Yes, you can. You can build a little muscle butt and let it get. You gotta like. You know what? I'm not gonna give you all the
Nique's workout plan.
I'm not gonna give you all the secret
to build your ass in the gym.
Listen, some of it is genetic, some of it is the weight. But if you gotta pick up them weights, you gotta eat your food and your protein, bitch. You gonna get right. You don't gotta go to that doctor. Don't spend that $5,000. Go to the gym first,
bro. Always advocate for the gym. I lost 40 pounds in 6 months. I'm out.
I'm definitely zooming in because what the fuck was that? What's that?
I'm out. Okay.
Well, it's been real, you guys.
No, we got another segment, bitch.
Do we?
End it. Fucking yeah.
Oh, you know what?
We're
right. We do have a current event. All right, so my current event, for the sake of our theme being accountability, who the fuck told Kim that it was okay to be outside with Tristan Thompson in public with the paparazzi? Quickly.
Here's my take on it. As many times as Chloe let that man embarrass him, none of them take her serious.
I don't give a fuck. We share blood, bitch. Why the fuck are you out there with the traitor?
How do you
with
know?
That nigga? What are you doing out there with him?
There wasn't a conversation beforehand.
What was the I don't give a fuck if you gave me the green light to hang out with you know who. Mm-hmm. I'm not going nowhere with that nigga because you told me he did what he did. Okay. So fuck him forever. He came to pick up his kids. He's a good father. Awesome. He should be.
But they still
we don't need to be friends. No, they don't.
That's what they want us to believe.
If you think she don't, fucking him, that's the issue.
They just had a baby.
No, they had a baby via surrogate.
That's
Chloe,
still a baby.
True. Chloe, is having a little problem. Don't leave that there.
It's still a baby.
But he also just had a baby with somebody else because he popped up on a baby with her. Remember that? He just had a baby with another bitch and her.
Okay. That's very on brand for him.
Exactly. So why are we in
this
the
man
club
had 11 million
with this nigga? What are we at the club with him for? Imagine.
Maybe they both
got
hired.
If you can go to the club with Tristan, you can talk to your ex-husband. How about that?
Maybe they both got hired to do promo. The same club at the same time. Maybe it was about a bag.
They were there together.
Maybe it was about a bag.
In the same car. They left together.
But what if it was like, we about to make some money?
Ooh, tomato. Fuck that nigga. And I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Oh, Scott's still a part of the family. Scott did exorcisms. Scott has been on the show since the show started airing. That was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So we're not even gonna. Scott and Tristan are not on the same playing field. And Scott has never embarrassed Courtney the way that Tristan has embarrassed.
Yes, the fuck he has.
He got drunk and high in public. That's some regular white boy shit.
He was fucking a 15-year-old.
They were divorced, or they were broken up.
That don't fucking matter. That's embarrassing as fuck.
But Tristan kissed the bitch on camera in 4K at the strip club while Chloe was pregnant. Remember that? He got caught with a bitch while she was still.
Scott used to say the wildest shit to Courtney.
He did.
He's like, bitch, I hate you.
But he was drunk and high when he said it. So
I like his candidness.
Me too. I fuck with Scott. That's why Scott. It's not a white black thing. Tristan's ass is nasty. That's what that is. Scott is funny though. We can let him ride.
I think it's funny because he's white. Like, if that was a black man, he would have been canceled.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
I think canceled not because he's not funny, though, but just because of the way he's saying
He's done. Yeah. Said and done.
Yeah. But he would be funny black or white.
Yeah. No, I'm saying the reason he's not canceled.
Yeah, is that he's white. For sure. Yeah, absolutely. He has been calling himself Lord Disick for the longest, and he is nobody's Lord nothing. At all. That nigga just got a lot of money and a smart mouth.
He did. his brother is fine.
I don't even know.
Not his brother. I think there's another Kardashian. Brody. He's cute.
He's not a Kardashian. He's a Jenner.
Yeah. He's
whole nother can of worms, bitch.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about that.
What is yours? What is your outrageous current event?
I think my outrageous current event is because I feel like we talked about it in a previous episode, the Millie situation.
We did.
Bro got a mistrial.
But Reese recently disclosed to us that does not mean that nigga's coming home because he did not plead not guilty. He's pleading insanity.
What's even crazier is if he would have pled not guilty, he would have been home.
Yes.
Right, Reese?
No? Oh.
Just kidding. Obviously, I don't know how to.
Oh. So he would have got booked.
Okay, so if it was a mistrial, even still, and he pled not guilty, would he have gone home?
That would have been different, but again, the structure of the case would have been.
Okay, so
it's them trying to prove instead of them trying to prove he didn't do it, it's them trying to prove he is insane.
okay, so because you guys can't hear Reese, he said the structure of the case would have been different had he pled not guilty because the prosecutors are trying to prove that he isn't insane, and his defense is that he is.
Yeah.
So had he
things like the notebook and things like Melvin in the first place, those things wouldn't have been brought up in a sense where he was pleading not guilty strictly by being not guilty.
I just feel like even if that wasn't his defense, if he would have pled not guilty, given what they presented as factual evidence, that man would have walked anyway.
No, if we're doing situations where like songs can count as indictments, then yeah, they absolutely will not fall.
Did they play a song?
they played the song,
That's what not the whole thing started as, but like.
But I'm talking about the freaking ballistics expert said the height of the person is 4'8" to 5'10".
Yeah, it's anybody.
You're not getting an indictment just off of that shit.
No, the indictment would have been off the song.
right, but it's
but
so,
even
it's
like
right.
they tried to ping his phone. Remember I was telling you they tried to ping. They didn't even call the carrier to make sure he was like where he was.
No, but it is Florida. I wouldn't expect them to do strict detective work.
Yeah, Zimmerman got off in Florida, so they just let anything fly. Truly.
But he also didn't. He also didn't plead.
That's what's fucked up about it.
What did he plead?
He didn't plead anything.
He was self-defense because of the stand your ground laws.
Yeah, Nate from Washington, all that shit.
I know that case front and back because we do it every African American history study ever.
What's it called? Like the ability to do civil arrest and things like that.
Right. Okay. I think
Fuck
that's just wild. I think Millie is insane. I think that he shouldn't be sentenced to death, but he needs to go away for a very, 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 very long time. Because he was casting a spell on damn people in the courtroom. And
he blew the kiss. She said that. You guys caught
he
that,
said,
right?
What the fuck else is he doing?
My question to Reese was, is he the reason why that thing started in the music industry, using music as a form of prostitution?
No, it started way before him.
Yeah.
Young Thug, they're using it against Young Thug.
Yeah, but I'm like, who was the one that brought that up? Because it has always been a thing, but like, when did it become like a headline?
Do you know the TikTok of the dude teaching people how to scam via song?
Yeah, I did.
Risha told me he got arrested.
I'm sure.
But also like things like the Tupac Biggie murders have also contributed to things like that kind of as an indictment. Things like dissing has always been considered, well, not always been considered, but they've always been tried to use as indictment. They've been used as indictments since the late 90s.
Okay.
You can go to jail on as long as you're basically any verbal admittance to a crime can count as an indictment, regardless of if it's lyrics or not. Which is why sometimes you see at the beginning of like those music videos where they say guns are props.
Mm-hmm.
That can also count as an indictment in a gun charge. Huh. If there's visual evidence that you possess a gun illegally, that can be used against you in court. Which is why they say the guns are fake.
They be real.
They do, but it's a situation where I said it's fake.
So you can prove it's not. Yeah.
So.
Well. Speaking of Tupac and Biggie, they're digging that back up. They're digging that back up. The Tupac murder, they're trying to investigate it.
Connected it to like his uncle or something?
Yeah.
His death?
That's so crazy if it was family related. I hope not.
No, it wouldn't surprise me either.
No, niggas want money.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Well, guys, it's been real.
It's been fun.
Gotta run.